Hello, hello, my love bugs, my honey bunnies, my boobalas. Mwah! Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 319. And in today's video, I am continuing with populating my 58 or more video series playlists of reading aloud a translation of the Vadim Zeland's Hacking the Technogenic System, which has been translated from Russian to Arabic and now to English. Now, Vadim Zeland brought to us Transurfing, and we hope that Vadim translates his book to English very soon. I have an Italian version, but until he does that, we will talk about it in English from other translations, from the personal efforts of my friends Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora, Salvia, who took it upon themselves to take on the task of sharing its wealth of knowledge, particularly during this crazy time in our human history. So I'm doing my part to share this invaluable information so that it can be integrated into knowledge and further integrated into wisdom. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back with a blankie and get cozy, and allow me to read aloud to you chapter 22 of Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora's translation of Hacking the Technogenic System. This chapter is entitled The Principle of the Social Incubator. We said in the previous chapter that when the body switches to a living plant nutrition system, it performs a comprehensive and basic self-restoration process, accompanied by a process of purification and replacement so that the body gets rid of toxins that have accumulated over many years. And in place of the old body comes a new one in the literal sense, a body that consists of a new biomaterial and a new mechanism for digesting and absorbing food. We do not claim here that the mechanism of food digestion and absorption changes in principle, but the important change that appears is the change that occurs to the organisms of the biological environment that live inside the human body. And in addition to this, the body begins to digest raw vegetable food and absorbs all its nutritional value. And this is an important achievement. And now, dear reader, I ask you to focus your attention and think about the significance of the formulas mentioned here. Do you realize what we're talking about here? This is not just a diet, and this is not just a superficial change in the type of meals. And it is not a vegetarian diet in which we eat dairy products and cook food, but it is a transition to another level of food scale with all of its repercussions. I have referred to this topic in the previous chapter, which I posted on my website, but I did not focus on it. And I think that no one has paid attention to this topic, except for the topic of new teeth that have sprouted, but the teeth represent only simple flowers and a byproduct of the results of the transformation. The talk here is about the body's initial efficiency in carrying out the regeneration process. In other words, it is possible to return the aging process to what the body shape you had before aging. And this is a fundamental issue. But it is still too early to talk about the possibility of performing a complete and 100% regeneration process, although history has known cases in humans in which new limbs sprouted instead of limbs that were lost, exactly as it usually happens in amphibians. But what I notice on myself gives me great hope. And therefore, I no longer care about the opinion of the official science on this subject. For some reason, no one spoke clearly and accurately about live nutrition as a qualitative leap to another level of the food scale. I myself have not talked about this subject until now regarding such a perspective because I do not want to confuse the public, and I present the information to those interested as much as I can in a soft and smooth manner. But I think it's time to call a spade for what it is, a spade. On that rung of food scale, people become completely different. They have different vision, different impressions, different energies, different wellness, different cognition, different quality of life, and different bodies. And if we consider the advantages that this world gives, we can say it is similar to an elite club, but it is different from the rest of the elite clubs because anyone can join or leave at any time they want. But to take such an extraordinary step, there is need for a very balanced foundation. Can we consider moving to another rung of the food scale? Just a joke, especially in a society like ours, which is governed by ready-made patterns that have been formed over many generations. In this context, the three main questions arise. What does this give us? Number two, how can this be? Number three, is this possible? In our answer to the first question, we will mention the advantages we get: a pure, clean, and healthy body, a luminous mind, and clear awareness, a beautiful physical shape, a stable psychological state, getting rid of parasites, getting rid of food dependency and other addictions, get rid of chronic diseases, get rid of joint pain, get rid of diabetes, improve immunity, lose excess weight, get rid of allergies, get rid of lethargy, get rid of mental weakness, get rid of infertility, get rid of premature aging, get rid of psychological stress, get rid of chronic stress, and other advantages. In addition to this, and as a natural result of it, we get an increase in vital strength and quality of life in general. So, can we see this foundation as balanced foundation? Judge for yourself. Now, if we consider live nourishment as an integral part of transurfing, the remarkable feature here is the heightened energy and clarity of consciousness, which are the two basic things through which daydreaming can be controlled, which means controlling and directing reality. And here you begin to see what others don't see and be aware of things that others are not aware of. And if you have one of the advantages mentioned here, you will be superior to others who do not have this advantage. When you leave the general line and start something different, for sure, there will be some feature that sets you apart from others. And this is what you should learn from the basics of transurfing. And remember the rule of the pendulum: do as I do. Now, those who walk in line with others are blindly subject to the principle: if they will think this way and act this way, it means that this is the right thing. This is the principle in which the social incubator is based, but its legitimacy is highly questionable. The development of food manufacturing techniques does not come through the development of food benefits, but comes with the aim of improving the taste, making food more practical, modern, and all this depends on the principle. They all do this. So we can summarize the rest of this chapter through the following points. Number one, people have become accustomed to processed food, and it has become a habit for them. But no one has linked the issue of the emergence of the new diseases to the subjective changes in food processing techniques. So far, only a few people care about this subject, and the majority eat and get sick and eat. Number two, first, cooked food recipes and arts appeared in France, especially among the aristocracy. Then recipes began to spread around the world, and also began to appear diseases associated with cooked food. Canned food, this is number three, canned food appeared because it was provided to the army of Napoleon Bonaparte as quick and practical meal. Then canned food spread around the world, and its manufacturing techniques developed to become more harmful. Number four, contemporary man is no longer the same person, but he has turned into another species, such as the domesticated one. Someone feeds him, and this contemporary man does not know what kind of food they offer him and what is the purpose of this. Therefore, the modern man is domesticated and belongs to someone. Number five, the world system is interested in everyone walking in line, and directing this line is not difficult, especially if everyone is seeking same goals and everyone fears the same difficulties. It is enough here to see what the media presents without exception, and you will see a scene that is very primitive in essence. They impose on us behind screens and posters to worship the success and consumption, and on the other hand, they terrorize us at the same time with threatening news and dangers. This is the perfect way to keep the line intact. Number six, How is it possible to get out of the general line in order to stop following the success of others and pay attention to achieving your own success? This requires destroying the principle of the social incubator. Exactly, to stop following this principle. If they are all doing this, then this is the right thing to do. Ugh. In other words, the work on this step is to destroy the system of operation management in society, which is the system that seduces you with the success of others, and at the same time, it arrests you within a specific framework and forces you to abide by the specified plan, while it plunges you into a state of collective hibernation. If you are free yourself from this plan, you will be able to make your own plan, and then you can include it in the public order so that the public order will serve you. And in this case, you will not be serving it. According to this, your success will become a benchmark for others who are still lost in the world of algorithms. Number 7, the old body is replaced by a new body consisting of a new biological substance, and together with this, a new mechanism for food digestion and absorption. Number 8, living food is not just a diet or a superficial change in the type of meals. And it is not a vegetarian diet, and it is allowed to eat dairy products and cooked food. It is a transition to another level of the food scale, which means a new type of nutrition and livelihood, and it is different in general from what preceded it. Number 9, here we are talking about a new efficiency that the body acquires to renew itself, meaning that it is now possible to slow down the aging process and also to return to the original body shape. Number 10, your awareness is now luminous. You can now see and be aware of things that others do not see and are not aware of. Number 11, when you get out of the general line and you do something different, then you will have a certain advantage. Number 12, the principle of the social incubators is the following. If they all think like this and act like this, then it means this is the right thing. Number 13, new technologies in food manufacturing and their development have caused pests and body setbacks. Number 14, few people think about this fact. People eat and get sick, and they get sick and eat. Number 15, processed food is highly addictive. Number 16, contemporary man is a domesticated man, and the world system feeds him on purpose and according to the plan, while man was once a sane and independent human being. Number 17, the global system is preoccupied that everyone is standing in line because directing this line is an easy process, especially when everyone is afraid of the same thing and is pursuing the same goals at the same time. Number 18, in order to stop following the success of others and pay attention to your own success, you have to break the principle of the social incubator and stop following the principle. If they are all doing this, it means that this is the right thing. Number 19, controlling reality requires that you know, first of all, what is this reality? Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed my reading of chapter 22, the principle of the social incubator. Next up, chapter 23, which is named Living and Dead. Please help me grow my channel by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comments box below or privately. Please share this video with your communities, friends, family members, and on social media platforms you feel would benefit from this content. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that the YouTube will let you know when I upload next. And if you find value, enjoy, or benefit from my content and videos, or at least entertained by them, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link and my coffee.com link /Bikini Kiss link is below. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me, with your participation and focused attention. I really do appreciate it. I cannot do this without you, and I do this for all of you who know that you are so much more than what the matrix defines you to only be. So until next time, my dear hearts, always act from love outside of the matrix, from your center screen, composing a new reality, quantum jumping all your lifelines. That's right. Let's go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher so that we can all be the love that we are. We can share our love. We can create. We can make art, make music, make love. And you can all help me repopulate the true quantum field creation field universe. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful waking gods and goddesses. Mwah!